I've been coming out to my barn morning, noon, and night for the last couple of days. 1 day away from Maddie's due date. Still no calf. It is Maddie's due date, but there's no calf yet. Day after her due date, and still no calf. We're at day 2 after Maddie's due date, and still no calf. This time, I could tell there was something there. I looked out my bedroom window and saw her licking at something. Right down there, see those little feet? Well, that's just kind of disgusting. She's eating the afterbirth right now. That is something you want to let them do, all right? If the afterbirth is still in there, let it come out by itself and then let her take care of it. Let's see, we got a boy or a girl here. Hey, it's a heifer calf, woo! Beautiful, beautiful little heifer calf. So since the calf was just born this morning, looks like she hasn't had any colostrum yet, we're gonna wait to milk her until she gets that. And I milk once a day, and that's the way I'm gonna start out. So a lot of people think they need to milk a lot, multiple times a day and stuff. The thing is, the more often you milk, the more you're telling her body to produce. So if you just start out milking once a day, her body will adjust to that pretty fast. I will check her udder this evening to see how it looks. If it just looks like so tight and engorged that I know she's in, you know, she is miserable or whatever, I'll take some off this evening. And then tomorrow morning, I will milk her. Hey girl. Since this calf is up and standing around, I'll probably see if I can help it actually find the teat so it can nurse. Right there, there you go. It's okay, girl, come on. Still kind of wet. If you just try to push them towards the teat, their instinct is to back away. So the best thing to do is try to kind of get them to suck on your fingers a little bit and then guide their mouth to the teat. I think she'll get it, but I like them to have colostrum as soon as possible. What you want to watch for now with the cow is milk fever. What you want to do is feel behind her ears, make sure they're not cold. If she would start staggering around or be down on the ground and not able to get up, that is a bad sign and you want to take action pretty fast. I just did that video with all the stuff you need to have on hand. It doesn't look so far like I'm going to need it, but you never know. I am going to go get some molasses water to have in here just if she wants a little bit of energy boost. She was looking great, but it's a good idea to have it in here. Molasses has minerals in it too, so I'm gonna grab some of that real quick. It is approximately 2.5 cups of molasses mixed with 5 gallons of water, so. I don't know if she'll want this or not, but we'll give it a try. It's all gone, girl. Crazy cow. That's what we're looking for. Make sure she gets that first colostrum. One of the most beautiful things in the world to see. Both the cow and the calf are doing great. I've seen the calf now get a couple good drinks of colostrum. Cow drank down that molasses water really fast, and they both seem to have energy and are just doing really well. So I've got to get my other chores done and get to work. I've got my day job to go to. And this evening, we'll see if I need to take a little bit of milk off to relieve some pressure. And tomorrow morning, we'll do an actual milking. So either one of those, I will show you how to do that milking so you know what to do as soon as you got a calf too.
Crazy that she's just been born a couple hours and she's running around. Oh dear. We have a problem.
I'm gonna start out with just like half a bucket of green. Get her back into it. Maddie's udder is really tight, and if I waited till tomorrow morning, it would be over 24 hours. So I'm actually gonna milk her this evening, get some pressure off of that udder, but then after this, I should be just once a day every morning. And what I do with the calf is leave the calf on with the cow 24/7 for the first 2 weeks. That makes sure that the calf gets a really good start, gets plenty of colostrum, plenty of milk to really start growing. And then after that 2 weeks, I'll separate the calf at night. And then I get the whole morning milking. By the way, I just did a video on all the things that you need to get started when your cow freshens. Check that video out after you watch this one. Just for the record, this milk is not gonna be for us. This is gonna be all colostrum. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it clean and strain it in the house, and then I'm gonna freeze this. You really wanna save that first colostrum because it is so healthy. Your calf needs colostrum, and if it would happen that something happens to your cow, you have that colostrum on hand just in case. Since her teats are so big right now, this will actually help so that the calf can get a better suck on her teats. And don't worry about your calf getting enough milk. This cow will hold back milk for the calf. I hate when she does this. Oh, you splattered it on my stool. What really annoys me about her when she pees or poops in the stall is that I know she's doing it when she's annoyed. Not just because she has to go to the bathroom. I can tell that she's annoyed and she does it on purpose. You wanna see the milk? Come here. Can't milk with 2 hands or I'd get in the way of the camera. Hard on these hands after 2 months rest. Now don't tell anybody, but I'm thinking about getting a milker. Kind of feel like I might lose my man card. It's not so much about me. It's about when we want to go on vacation. Like we want to go on a vacation this summer, a short one. But even just a short one, it's really hard to find somebody to hand milk a cow for you. And it would just be easier to get somebody to do chores if I had a milker. After all the things that I've said. Look at that crazy foam. So far it feels like she doesn't have that really tight edema going on, which is really nice. So much easier to milk when it's not so big and bulging tight. Got the milking done. I milked her all the way out but didn't strip her totally clean. So that way the calf can get some more off of her if she wants to. I hope you can hear me. It's raining pretty hard. There's actually a rainbow, faint rainbow over there. Anyways, if you're wanting to know if your calf is drank, you just want to make sure there's a couple ways you can see. One, if you can see like dried shiny stuff around their mouth, that would have been from the milk. Another way to tell is if you take some water, like before you milk the cow, if you take some water and put it on their teats and it gets kind of slimy, that means that the calf was sucking on there too. Especially the first day, the first couple days, you do want to make sure that calf is drinking plenty. If you see them drinking a few times, they'll be fine, especially once they get the hang of it. Come over here and see this, guys. You can see some white foam on the outside of her mouth. She's getting something there. All right, let's see how much milk we got. I just legit got 4.5 gallons strained through there. That was a lot of milk that she had in her udder. This stuff will go in the freezer to have on hand just in case we need it. We're at the morning after calving now. Gonna milk Maddie out. We're also gonna be watching for mastitis while we're milking. Make sure that her udder is not too hard, hot, red, or anything like that. And then once we take the milk off, we'll put it through a strainer just to make sure that there's no clumps or anything in the milk, which would be a sign of mastitis. I'm gonna be milking pretty much everything off this morning, but again, I'm not gonna strip her off. The beauty of having a calf on her is that the calf will come along and clean her up. So I milked everything off that she would give me. I'm gonna pour it through this here just to make sure there's no clumps or stringies in the milk. And for the record, a little bit of stringies or whatever is normal for those first few days. Sometimes there's just some fat globules in there that need to come out, but you really want to watch for it because that could be a sign of mastitis. Let's get you up closer here and let's take a look at this. I can see just a little bit right there. So hard to see with this foam on here. There's some more in there. See what that looks like is, like last night the milk was so thick and stuff because of the colostrum, and this morning I could tell it was thinner, not as yellow. So I'm guessing that's just what this stuff is, just that fat from that colostrum. You can tell too if you're milking her and she starts kicking you on when you're pulling on a certain teat, that's a pretty good sign that she's got mastitis because it's painful. Another thing I've got in here, this little box of mastitis test things. It's just this card with these 4 dots on it, and you put milk out of each teat onto those 4 dots, and if it turns blue, that's an indication of mastitis. So maybe when I milk her tomorrow, I will use that just to double check and make sure. But everything really seems totally fine. You want to come in here? Okay, go all the way under the fence. Come all the way down. Go down under the fence. Ooh. Okay. There's the cow. Okay, stay right there. Her udder is a little bit tight on this side, but it's not extremely tight or extremely bad or anything. And that calf will probably be drinking more this evening. So I'm not gonna milk her again this evening. I am just going to now go to once a day milking. Yeah, you see the calf? There she is. I was gone at work today, but Shelly said that she was spending a lot of time laying down, and it kind of freaked her out a little bit, wondering if she's okay and stuff. So she actually got her to get up and drink from the cow. This happens every single time with our calves, and it kind of scares us, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, I mean, they just lay down to sleep a lot. If you think about how a newborn baby is, that's how they are. I want to hold it right here so you can remember which quarter was which. Now we need to let that dry for a little bit, and we'll take a look at it. This right here is completely normal. I've actually been milking for a few days now, and those chunks have gone away. I just wanted to add this in here so that maybe it can alleviate some of your fears a little bit. If you're part of one of those Facebook groups, they're really great for learning stuff about cows, but can also make everything sound really scary and like your cow's just gonna get mastitis out of the blue all the time. It's not like that. It's a whole lot more chill. God created these animals to live healthy and happy, and as long as you're doing the right kind of stuff, the right kind of program, you should be good to go. Knowing what to do once your calf is here is great, but you're also going to need to know what to have on hand just in case something goes wrong. And I explain all that in this video right here. You can watch that next. I even put together a free calving checklist that you can print off so that you don't forget anything. Or maybe you're needing to know what to do next. You want to train your calf to become their family milk cow. You can check this video out right here, and I'll show you how I did that too.